I first ask that we mute our cell phones before we get started.
Mute your phone.
I'm not on the phone with me. I'm not.
Joining us now are members of the Texas A&M University Commerce Lions. In the center of our podium is head coach Sam Walker. On the far end is Kameron Price. Kameron is a senior from Fort Worth, Texas. And on the near side is Devondrick Walker. Devondrick is a senior from Garland, Texas. Coach, that was quite a comeback. Kameron stepped to the line with 9.5 to play, sinking some free throws to give you the win.
Well, we had a really good alumni that comes to all our games, and he came and grabbed me right when our school song was going, and he said, "I'm glad you don't know how to call timeouts, otherwise y'all would have lost that game right there." And I said, "Hey, let them play," and boy, it played out, and we had some seniors step up and make some really big plays. Defensively and offensively. And just when I look at this stat sheet right here, I think it speaks volume for our team. I've been talking about it all year. We didn't have anybody that was in double-digit shot attempts. And I think everybody that played had a shot attempt. So it's truly a group effort. We have a really talented ball player in LaDon Carnegie who had 34, 35 points our last game and was a first-team all-conference player. And he was limited to I guess 10 minutes tonight because of foul trouble. So we had some guys that really stepped up, and it was very gratifying for me that it was the Daniel Hambes and Kameron Price and Devondrick Walker, our seniors, that stepped up and really gave us the boost to get over the top.
Talk a little bit about the final minute 30 or so. Your pressure, you got some turnovers, some layups, pressure on the inbounds. You forced Blackman to make a turnover, which led to the foul that sent Kameron to the line. Just the way your team stepped up. I know some's emotion, but a lot of it is knowing where to be.
And we made some free throws and we forced some turnovers, but I thought we did a good job of just sticking to the game plan. You know, the possessions we had before that, when we go back and look at the film, we had layup opportunities and great shot opportunities for about 4 or 5 possessions in a row that didn't go our way. And I think a lot of the teams that I've had in the past might have stopped really going at the bucket and defending on the level. This team has always worked harder when they were down. They're not front runners at all. When things don't go well for them, that's when I think we're going to make our biggest run. And it was evident tonight, and it's probably happened 15, 16, 17 times this year. When we've been down, that's when we've played our best basketball. We do not let negativity creep into our timeout situations or on the floor. We stay very positive with each other, and I've been very fortunate to have the type of people that live their life that way. I think they've put us in a great opportunity to have success.
Kameron, you come off the bench, play 25 minutes, 13 points, 5 rebounds, all defensive, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a perfect 5 of 5 from the line, including those 2 foul shots with 9.5 left. Talk a little bit about your game and your team's comeback in the second half.
It was just a full team effort. When you got a group of guys together like we are, I mean, anything's possible. God on the side and everything. It was just a total team effort.
Devondrick, from your side, 36 minutes. You were more of a floor leader rather than a scorer tonight. Talk about your team trailed the majority of the game, then came back at the end, and then when you needed to make a defensive stop, you forced a bad shot there at the end by Eastern.
Just the entire game just sums up our team, man. I think, in my opinion, I played numerous games here, and I think that was one of the worst games we played as a team. Just my opinion, just the execution level. But at the end of the day, we made an effort to get a win and make it. In timeouts, coach said to us, "We need to stop. We're gonna do this," and it was executed to the best ability, the best I've seen. So that just speaks volumes for our team, and we did what we was told at the time, and we happened to get a win.
Questions for the Lions?
Coach, we talked a little bit about that last sequence. You go up by a point, 9.5 seconds to go. You got to think they're going to Blackman. Just talk about that last 9 seconds, and especially having Christian back there at the back, I think, to alter the shot.
Right. Well, what we were trying to do, we were trying to get Tyree and Cameron Blue. We were going to double team him, and we said we're not going to let him beat us, and we're going to let it kick out. And we had both these two guys on the wings. Anything that went to the left was going to be Devondrick's. Anything on the right, and we're going to force him to make a tough shot. And with Christian coming over and those two on him is a very difficult. I'm sure someone, we look back on it, someone was open somewhere, but big players, we expected him to take that shot, and we wanted to put as much pressure on him and make someone else take the shot that And I think, and I'll flip it the other way, if we're coming at people the other way, I don't think people know who's going to take the shot for us. And I'll tell you this, I don't know who's going to take the shot for us a lot of the times too. So, but I thought we did a good job of just sticking to what we were doing.
Devondrick, we'll talk a little bit about, the last 3 games have all kind of been the same mold in the sense when it comes down to the end, comes down to foul shots. A couple times had to come back, and especially that game against Tarleton. You guys were racing an 8-point lead there. You were to race the lead tonight. Talk about how these last couple of games, this last stretch run, prepares you for what just happened out there tonight.
Practice. We practiced all year, and you might as well say that was practice. The games we had before prepared us tonight. No one on our team panicked. We knew what to do. We knew what we had to do to get the win. So I feel like we spent 365 days practicing. That was just another practice the previous game. So it prepared us well, and I feel that everybody in that huddle knew we were going to get this win. So, yeah, that's about it.
I'd like to step in and I think Devondrick, he's had some really good games for us, numerous 20-point games, and has averaged about 15 points on the year. But some of his best games, I think this game mirrored some of our big wins we've had this year, is when he has shot the ball 5 or 6 times instead of 12 or 13 times, because he's a very intelligent basketball player and he defers to other people that they really got in him, that they guarded him well and LaDon well. And I think that it speaks volumes for him as a leader. And as a senior, if you're going to guard me that way, I've got a teammate that's going to step up and do things for us. And that's why he's our captain, and that's why he's our leader. He and Tyree Wooten have done a great job all year deferring to their teammates.
Coach, you win a hard-fought game tonight, and that earns you another game in less than 24 hours against Tarleton State. Talk about
So Tarleton is who will play?
Again.
I guess they beat West Tech. Okay. I told Coach Reisman, I didn't talk to him after the WT game, and I saw him while our guys were warming up, and I told him congratulations, and I said, let me tell you something, nobody was rooting for West Texas more than me during that game. And no disrespect to WT, but boy, Tarleton has such a great ball club. They come at you in so many different ways. They have so much depth. They guard so well. They execute so well. But I guess we have shown that there is there's a way to beat them, and if we can stay together, and we're going to have to make shots and play a really sound game, we're going to probably have to find a different way to do it than we did it last time. But at least we don't have to go deep into the scouting report. We know what we're getting into because we played them so recently.
Any more questions for the Lions?
Coach, talk about your bench points, the big advantage you have there than 33-17.
Well, if you look at our team and kind of research it, we've had 10 or 11 people start games for us, and we've switched our starting lineup quite a bit, so we really don't have a bench. We were at elementary school speaking. One of the kids in our question asked, said, would you have your starting 5 step out so we can see who they are? And I told him, I said, well, we have a lot of games that the same 5 start, but we don't have a starting 5 on our team. A guy goes in the game, whether he plays 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, he's a productive player. We expect statistics from those people, and tonight was very evident of that the team play that we play with, that it doesn't surprise me when our bench steps up and has a big game. It's not the first time that's happened, and hopefully if we can extend our season a little bit longer, it won't be the last time.
Well, congratulations on an exciting win, and best of luck tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.